This is an original series brought to you by Mickey Made It.
So, you're a philosopher? Yes, you're a philosopher. Yes.
Welcome back to another episode of Whip Media TV. I'm your host, Whip Media Mickey, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Subscribe right now. Join the Vibe Tribe. Okay, to all my VTs out there, let's get it, man. We taking this to Brooklyn, New York. Let's go.
Who y'all talking to, man?
It was a crispy, chilly night in New York City. And the lights of the city that never slept. In the heart of Brooklyn, Christopher Wallace, better known as Biggie Smalls, found himself wrapped up in a secret that could shatter lives.
I kick flows for you, kick down doors
See,
for you.
Biggie was a renowned rapper, known for his lyrical prowess and his undeniable charisma. But behind the scenes, he had a secret that would become the foundation of one of his most infamous tales.
Niggas think Frankie Pussy Whip, nigga picture that.
One evening, while relaxing in his Brooklyn
It's the
apartment,
Mattack, we don't get down like that.
Biggie received an unexpected phone call.
Lay my game down quite flat.
It was a voice he recognized all too well. Charlene, the wife of Anthony Mason, the towering power forward of the New York Knicks.
Sweetness, where you park that?
Biggie and
Petiteness.
Charlene had been engaged in a passionate love affair, hidden in the prying eyes of the world, and most importantly, from Mason himself.
But that ass fat.
Charlene's voice trembled with a mixture of desire and fear as she urged Biggie to come to her.
She got a body make a nigga wanna eat that.
Mason was away on a road trip with the Knicks, and Charlene saw this as a rare opportunity to spend his stolen night with her secret lover. Unable to resist the temptation, Biggie agreed.
Y'all drive in front.
Now,
I'ma
as
deal
the
with
night
her.
deepened, Biggie made his way to Charlene's luxurious Manhattan apartment.
She heaven when I'm up in the shit she kick. All the
The
shit's
city
legit.
was alive with the sounds of distant sirens and echoing footsteps, but Biggie's heart pounded with anticipation as he knocked on the door. Charlene greeted him with a passionate embrace, their desire for each other reigniting like an uncontrollable fire.
His bed quite dangerous.
They danced around the truth, their love always simmering beneath the surface. Time slipped away, unnoticed as they lost themselves in each other's arms. But just as their passion reached its peak, a chilling realization struck. A key was turned in the lock of the apartment door. Panic gripped them both. Charlene whispered in a trembling voice, "Anthony's home."
Yup, told Chrome for situations
Biggie's
like
heart
this.
raced as he scrambled to get dressed. He knew Mason was a formidable presence, both on and off the basketball court, and he was not a man
I'm
to
up
be
in this
trifled
broad, I
with.
know he won't like this.
Now as Biggie hastily got dressed, panic surged through him like a tidal wave. He had to think fast. The sound of the apartment door unlocking grew louder,
She begging me to stop, but the cat getting closer.
and it was clear that Mason had returned home much earlier than expected. In a split-second decision, Biggie grabbed a pillowcase
Getting hot like a
and
toaster.
tore it
I
from
got
one
the
of the
toast
pillows on Charlene's bed. He hastily fashioned it into a makeshift mask, hiding his face, and hid himself in the dimly lit bedroom closet. Moments later, the apartment door swung open, and the unmistakable silhouette of Anthony Mason filled the doorway. He stepped inside, his towering presence casting an intimidating shadow. Mason's voice boomed as he called out, "Charlene, I'm home." His tone carried a mixture of exhaustion and anticipation. From a concealed vantage point, Biggie could see Charlene nervously welcoming her husband, her eyes darting toward the bedroom. She was visibly shaken by the situation. Mason, unaware of the turmoil in his own home, made his way towards the bedroom, intending to change out of his Knicks uniform. As he entered the room, Biggie's heart raced, and he knew he had to act quickly. Emerging from the closet with the pillowcase mask obscuring his face, Biggie took a threatening stance and pointed toward Mason's open safe, demanding in a disguised voice, "Give me the money or else." Fear gripped Mason as he stared at the intruder. Unable to see his face clearly, without hesitation, he mumbled, "All right, man, just take what you want, just don't hurt us." Biggie could hardly believe his luck, acting the part of a robber. He moved closer to the safe, allowing Mason to see the makeshift mask. In a swift and almost surreal exchange, Mason handed over a bundle of cash from the safe. With the money in hand, Biggie made a hasty exit, leaving the apartment as quickly as he had arrived. He knew that he had walked a fine line between danger and deception, but in that moment, all he could think of was escape. Mason remained in the room, shaken and bewildered by the bizarre encounter. Charlene, though startled and confused, shared a silent, knowing glance with her husband. They both understood that their secrets were not the only ones concealed in the darkness of that night. As Biggie made his way back to his car, the cool New York night swallowed him whole. He had successfully concealed his identity, leaving behind a tale of a daring robbery that would become a legendary part of his story. With the money from the safe in his possession, he drove away, escaped from a situation that could have had dire consequences. Until next time, Mickey made it.